I forgot to prove one of the sum and the difference formulas. Let me just prove this. Prove sine alpha plus beta equals sine alpha cosine beta plus cosine alpha sine beta. Okay, if I can prove this, then you can prove all the others. This is a little bit of extra. A lot of school will not require this. All right, so let's see. Here is 90-degree, and this angle is alpha. Okay, and then starting from here, we do another 90-degree, which is here, right? A little bit higher, and this angle is beta. All right. Now we call this is 1. We label that as 1. All right. Now next one, what is a sine alpha plus beta? It should be here, isn't it? Therefore, the only thing we need is to find how long is this part. I just make it really thick so you can see. We just need to find how much is this. All right. Okay. Since this is all 90-degree, I want you to notice that because this angle and this angle, they are the same. And this angle plus alpha is 90 degrees, so this angle plus that is 90 degrees. Therefore, this is my alpha. Did you see that? That's my alpha. And then I want you to add a vertical line starting from here. All right. Now, because this is a 1, so this line should be sine beta. You agree? 1 is a 90-degree. This is a sine beta. And what about this line? This one. That should be cosine beta. Okay? And this line we're looking for, my sine alpha plus beta, which is the very thick long bar. That is part 1 plus part 2. And what is part 1? Did you notice that I draw a line here, which is a vertical to, which is perpendicular to this thick line? So what is this length? This length should be sine beta times cosine alpha, because that was the hypotenuse multiplied by cosine alpha becomes this part. That's my part 1. Okay, so what is my part 2? I look at this triangle. This triangle will be cosine beta multiplied. This is the hypotenuse. So cosine beta times sine alpha, I get this part. And this is the same as that one. So that is cosine beta times sine alpha. Okay. So did you notice they are the same? This term, this actually goes to here. That's the sine alpha cosine beta. And this is a cosine alpha sine beta. So you can use this little graph to prove it. Okay. So next one, if you want to prove, if you want to show what is, once you know that, and what is the sine alpha minus beta. So you're going to use this negative beta to substitute a beta becomes sine alpha plus a negative beta, right? So then we can use the sum formula, which is the sine alpha cosine negative beta plus cosine alpha sine negative beta. And just because this cosine function is an even function, therefore that is a sine alpha cosine beta because they're the same, but the sine function is an odd function, so that negative sine negative beta becomes a negative sine beta, so that's negative Oh, sorry, let me just write cosine alpha sine beta. See, you only need to memorize or you only need to know sine alpha plus beta, and then for sine minus alpha minus beta, it's going to be very easy to derive from there. And then very similarly, you can get here this length, this part, okay, this part is cosine alpha plus beta. Okay, let me just change the color. So this part is my cosine alpha plus beta. And that should be the longer part, subtract the shorter part. So you can just go ahead if you're interested, you can find the formula for cosine alpha plus beta. And then once you have that, then you can just derive the formula for tangent alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. I'm not going into the detail. I would leave that as your fun thing to do after this session. Okay.